It all started a few weeks after we moved into the old house, the kind of place with history seeped into its walls, where every floorboard has a story. It was quaint, a perfect fresh start, or so I thought. The realtor had mentioned it was a family home, passed down through generations. He failed to mention what came with it. It began as a faint scratching, a whisper from the ceiling above my bedroom at night. I dismissed it at first. Old houses settle, right? Rats, maybe? But this felt different. There was an intention to it, a rhythm. It was a sound that knew I was listening. One night, the scratching stopped. The silence that followed was somehow louder, heavier. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, my heart hammering against my ribs. A new sound replaced it, a soft rhythmic thud, like something being dragged, slowly, methodically. It was coming from directly above me, from the attic. My curiosity, or maybe my foolishness, got the better of me. I grabbed a flashlight from the nightstand, its beam cutting a nervous path through the darkness of the hallway. Each step I took seemed to echo, amplified by the suffocating silence. The air grew colder as I approached the pull-down cord for the attic stairs. Something was up there. I knew it. But I had to see. With a deep breath, I pulled the cord. The stairs unfolded with a groan that sounded like a protest. Dust motes danced in the flashlight's beam like tiny, disturbed spirits. I placed my foot on the first step. It creaked, a sharp, loud complaint in the dead of night. I ascended slowly, one step at a time, the sound of my own breathing loud in my ears. The wind howled outside, rattling the windows, but up here, it was still, too still. I reached the top and scanned the flashlight across the cavernous space. Wooden beams, forgotten boxes draped in white sheets like slumbering ghosts. The dragging sound was gone. The scratching was gone. And I remembered what my grandmother used to say. When the noises vanish, that's when it's too late. My light fell upon a dusty trunk in the corner. I knelt, my fingers tracing the rusted latch. Inside, buried beneath moth-eaten clothes, was a box of old photographs. They were from the early 1900s, stern-faced families staring back at me from a century ago. As I sifted through them, I started hearing it. A faint whisper, like static on a radio, just on the edge of hearing. My light landed on one particular photo, a family portrait. But in the background, behind the smiling children, a shadow stood in the doorway. A tall, impossibly thin figure. As I stared, the photo seemed to glitch, the shadow flickering, darkening, for just a second. I dropped the picture, my blood running cold. That's when I heard the dragging sound again. It wasn't coming from the corner anymore. It was right behind me. I spun around, heart seizing in my chest. The flashlight beam trembled, revealing nothing but a stack of sheets on an old bed frame. I took a hesitant step back, my breath catching in my throat. The whispers were louder now, swirling around me, twisting into words I couldn't understand. My light began to flicker, casting the attic in a strobe of light and deep, encroaching darkness. I could feel it. A presence. A cold, heavy weight in the air. That's when the sheet on the bed frame moved. It wasn't the wind. It was lifted, just for an instant, as if something underneath had just sat up. I saw a flash of a gaunt, dark shape before the light died completely, plunging me into absolute blackness. I tried to scream, but the sound caught in my... The next morning, the first thing I did was board up the attic door. 3-inch nails, a padlock, anything I could find. The sun streamed through the windows, a stark contrast to the chilling darkness from the night before. But even in the light of day, the house feels different, colder. Sometimes, when the house is quiet, I can still hear it. A faint, patient scratching from above, a reminder of what waits in the dark. Some things should stay forgotten. Some doors should never be opened. If you have your own stories of things that go bump in the night, share them in the comments below. And if you want to hear more tales from the shadows, subscribe to Dark Whisper Studio. Thanks for watching.